We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the LA Chargers. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. So they get the completion. That's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there that sometimes when they get hit early, gets the juices flowing, and they get right into the game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll run again with Harris. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Harris running straight ahead. Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Fairbairn able to put this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Lets it fly for Thielen. And got his man complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Adam Thielen. 84 yards. And the Dolphins are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot of procedure. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. James Cook, 32 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Mahomes throw there taken in by Smith. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 33. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Try to get that one to Chris Olave, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. This is Smith with the ground. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Samson Abukum in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Hey, 43, 15.
Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Chargers 3.
And the first play will be a field goal try. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 43.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He lets it go deep for Olave. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Now Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
This is 2nd and 8. Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Here's Hurts to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Samuel. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Patrick going to change the play. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
15.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll have it in. Before he crosses over out of bounds. The 71 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Coming in to put a lick on him was Levante David. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing is Hurts. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Pitch and catch there, good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
15.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Thielen going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
Great, set. Get it.
On 1st down, Hurts. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing, because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off, and the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
63.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught by Dell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The third down pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Now 3rd down and very long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Complete. Smith has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Mahomes going to change things up. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now it's Mahomes again. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Escaping the pressure right. The pass caught by Olave. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mike Gesicki from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Adam Thielen Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time he finds the end zone in the run game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Yellow.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Hey, let's go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Hurts. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. This is Smith with a grab. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He lets it go deep for Olave. That is incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Blitzed by Antoine Winfield Jr. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
No touchdown.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Levante David in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it. Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Gano's kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly. And now off to the races down the right side. Inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for L.A. 72 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Harris fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Devontae Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. They run the toss with Henderson. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
3rd down and 6. Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And again, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And they take a knee. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1